Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are doing a get ready with me. I'm gonna show you how I style my hair and how I've been doing my makeup. So it's pretty much like a current go-to updated makeup and hair. So how I straighten my hair, how I get it to be sleek, shiny. It's a look that I've been rocking in my Instagram stories here on YouTube. You guys wanted an updated current routine, so I'm gonna be sharing with you hair and makeup. Spoiler alert, I didn't use any product on my hair, just a new tool that I've been loving. This is the L'Oreal Steam Pod. This video is sponsored by hair.com, so thank you so much. So I'm able to achieve this super sleek, soft hair at home. This is how my hair looks when I get out of the salon. I'm here for how soft and how good my ends look for being straightened. Usually when I style my hair, I have to go over it a couple of times. I have to use product. It gets staticky, dry, or like the ends will look dry, especially because I haven't trimmed them in a while. And it doesn't have this kind of movement. Usually I only achieve this movement when I go to the salon, but I'm able to achieve it with the L'Oreal Steam Pod, and it has amazing reviews, so definitely check it out. Of course, everything will be linked down below, so if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. So this is our before, this is what we're working with. I am gonna get started with my hair. So it has an integrated water tank, and so the Steam Pod has 3 heat settings. So it has 350, 390, and 410. I'm using it on 390. It heats up really, really quickly. So it also has a removable comb, which is gonna help detangle your hair while you're styling it. The main advantage to using steam technology is that you're infusing water into the hair cuticle. This is going to help retain that moisture while you're styling your hair, which is going to give you a smoother look. It's also going to help you achieve the look faster. So the Steam Pod heating plates with the comb attachment are going to help with 91% less breakage. So I really, really love using this. I got a ton of compliments on my hair. People thought I went to the salon when I did it myself, which I feel like is a huge testimony to how different my hair looked. And again, I'm not using any product, which is amazing. Like, look at the difference right here. Like, my before is just frizzy and it doesn't look as smooth and sleek. You guys know I get keratin treatments. I haven't gotten one in a really long time, so I am back to styling my hair pretty frequently, like I would say 2 to 3 times a week. But this just made my hair so smooth. I'm only gonna be bringing this with me on vacation, and that is huge for me to trust it, for me to love it. Like, look at that. Look at that shine. It's like salon quality. I'm just utterly obsessed. My hair just looked so healthy. It felt hydrated, not dry, and I'm here for that. Everything's gonna be linked down below. So let's get started with the face. First, I'm gonna use some brightening drops. These are from Lumify. I love these. They really do whiten the whites of your eye. They're very, very brightening. And then I'm gonna go in with the Milk Vegan Moisturizer. I love this before makeup because it kind of acts as a primer. It's super thick and I really take my time to massage it in. Then we're going to jump to the brows. I like to comb them out before filling them in, and I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. This is my go-to, and I just like to have a light hand when filling in my brows. I don't like them too dark, but just filling in any sparse areas. I haven't gotten them microbladed in a while, so I still fill them in. Then we're gonna conceal them, and I'm using this tiny little brush from Morphe. I will also have the brushes that I used listed down below, the names of the products as well as the brushes. So here I'm just carving out the brows, cleaning them up. Even though they're freshly threaded, I still like to conceal them. And then I like to blend that out with a fluffy brush. I haven't been applying the concealer all over my lid because I just want something very simple and quick. So the first transition color is Melt Cosmetics Blurr, which is my favorite. If you guys watch my videos, then you already know that. And then we're going to be playing with the Patrick Ta new palette, the Major Dimension. And I'm going in with the 2 shades Transition and Absolutely. Both are matte, but you can obviously use any palette that you have or any single shadows. The key is just to get a medium toned brown right into the crease. Then instead of using a liquid liner at first, I've been using a black matte shadow with a little bit of spray on the brush. So the brush is wet and then I'm using it with a black shadow and I'm creating my wing like this. I love this because it just looks a little bit more natural and it's a lot easier to do. So if you're struggling with wing liner, try a wet brush. So just spray your setting spray onto a brush and then using a shadow. I also went in with a deeper matte brown and a little bit of black right into the crease to connect the transition with the crease with the wing. So right in that outer V. Then we're going to go in with a matte white shade in the inner corner. This one's from MAC. It's called Gesso or Gesso. And then for primer, we're using Benefit Professional. Duh, it's like the only one that I use. For foundation, I've been obsessed with this one. This one's from Shiseido, and it's in the color Oak, and it's a Synchro Skin Foundation, and it truly does look like skin. Like, it blends into your skin beautifully. This color is a perfect match for me. and I just can't get enough of it. It just looks so fresh and it doesn't like cling onto any dry patches. It's just honestly perfect. The only thing is that it's not as long wearing as like my matte full coverage foundations, but I just have been loving for my skin to look like skin. For concealer, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way. I'm using 2 shades. I'm using Golden Beige and Almond. One's a little bit lighter, and I just like to blend those in with a beauty blender, of course. This concealer is so nice because it's hydrating and it doesn't accentuate any dryness under your eyes, which is really, really nice. And it's, I would say, medium to full coverage. And something new that I've been doing in my routine is cream contouring. So this is from Patrick Ta, and it's the cream bronzer, and I'm using it in the shade She Sculpted, which is the medium. And I'm pretty much just hitting anywhere where I contour / bronze. So my cheeks, my forehead, my nose, underneath my nose, as well as underneath my jawline. So just to kind of sculpt out the chin and jawline, and also like directly on my nose. I find that creams are just so easy to blend. Do not be intimidated. This product blends right into the skin, like it melts in. So I'm just using the beauty blender, and it just doesn't look harsh. It looks like skin. And of course I'm gonna set it, but I just feel like this is gonna give it more of a long lasting appearance, but it also just makes you use less powder, which less powder equals less cake. So the more creams, the better. Do not be scared of using creams. They can be intimidating, but I promise you they're not. Once you play with them, you'll see that they look a lot more natural. And then I went back in with a little bit more of the almond shade in the concealer just to highlight a little bit. So just on the bridge of my nose and then right in the inner portion of my under eye. This is just going to give it like an awake appearance. So here I'm using the One Size Beauty translucent powder with my beauty blender Power Pocket Puff to bake under my eyes. I also apply this underneath that contour and pretty much everywhere. So I like to kind of press this powder in and set my whole face. I have a combination skin type, but I do get very oily, especially in the heat. So it's really important for me to bake my whole face and kind of press the powder in. So I do let some kind of sit there, like right underneath my eyes, but for the most part, I'm just pressing that powder in all over the face. This is also gonna help the powders like the blush and the bronzer go on a lot smoother. So I'm using that same Patrick Ta cream and powder She Sculpted product, and I love that I can use both of them. I love this shade on myself. Again, it's the medium tone, but I feel like it's just not too cool, not too warm. It's perfect. It's like a bronzer and contour in one. And I'm using that same shade for my nose. Lately, I just want to simplify my routine, and this helps a ton. I don't have to use a million bronzers and contour products. It's just that one palette, and I love that. Love that for me. And for my eyeliner, I always opt for a brown. You guys know that. That's MAC Costa Riche. It's my favorite. And then I went back in with that Patrick Ta palette, and I'm using the shade Mother right underneath my eyes. And it's very similar to the eyeliner color. It's a rich, warm, red toned brown, which I feel like is so flattering, especially on brown eyes. So I'm just blending that out with a flat shader brush, and I just love red tones. It kind of like makes my eyes look lighter. For my mascara, I'm using the Kevyn Aucoin Volume Mascara. This is a tubing mascara, so I am able to put it on my extensions and for my lower lashes, which I love. And then I'm also using the Patrick Ta Do We Know Her Cream Blush and Powder Blush. So at first I thought this color was a little bit too apricot-y for me. It was like a little too pink, but I actually love it. It's more of like a coral, and I think it's so flattering. So first I went in with the cream, and then I just set it with the powder. And even though I baked my whole face and used powder all over, the cream Patrick Ta products go over beautifully. So I was able to use a cream blush on top of powder, which is really, really nice. And then to set my brows and kind of shape them, I'm using the Brow Freeze from Anastasia with a spoolie. For my under eye, just to brighten it a little bit, so you guys know I love a bright under eye, I'm using the One Size by Patrick Star powder. This is like a powder foundation, but it's nice and thin. It's not cakey at all, and I love how like pigmented and just how full coverage. It's like a medium to full coverage powder, and you guys know I'm like obsessed with coverage, but I love that it's not cakey or drying. Look at the size of this lip pencil. Do I need a new one? Yes. But am I going to use the rest of this one? Also, yes. Of course, Makeup Forever, Anywhere Caffeine. I mean, I think it just could like take one more sharpening and it's done. It has to go. I have like 3 backups, but that's how much I love it. So Anywhere Caffeine from Makeup Forever. I'm just lining my lips, overlining just a little bit to give it a nice juicy look. And for my lipsticks, I always go in with Honey Love and Myth. It's just like the best combo for me. So first Honey Love and then Myth right in the middle. And then of course we're going to do a gloss. I mean, duh, who is she without a gloss? This is Fenty Fussy. You guys always ask me what my lip combo is, and it's pretty much always this one. And then just to sharpen the outer edge of the wing, sometimes I'll go in with a liquid. Just went in with a brush to kind of blend that out a little bit and just tweak it and sharpen it. You guys know I love to go back to things to perfect them. I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to makeup or just in general in life. I went ahead and highlighted my nose with my finger and then used a brush to apply the highlighter on my cheeks. It's the gold one from Makeup Forever. And then I went back in with a little bit of Blurr just to kind of blend out the crease and a little more of that inner corner just to make it pop, that matte white. Went ahead and set my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist and a little fan because I'm that extra, and we're applying a little more gloss. This one's from Patrick Ta, and I love this one because it's nice and minty and thin, so it layers well. Then I went in with a little bit of powder contour on my nose with a different brush. I'm still using that Patrick Ta She's Sculpted powder bronzer, and then a little bit of the KKW brightening powder. I love this, and you definitely want to blend this one out because it's very brightening, but it's just like that extra pop that you need at the end of your makeup. So I pretty much always end my makeup with that brightening powder, as well as with the KKW lip liner in Nude 2, which is a nice brown shade, which is going to give them a little bit more definition. For perfume, I'm using Valentino Yellow Dream, and that's the entire look. I hope you guys loved it and enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys. Mwah.